Ooh, we are live.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're watching Tanner's Haunted Secrets
on the Outline Network.
What they say.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a secret sound heading deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
Well, welcome back to another wonderful episode of Tanner's Haunted Secrets, where sometimes the pre-show is better than the show, but not this one. Today we have returning Maximus Christian Bryant, the president of the Ohio Hunters Association here in Ohio. Max, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's always a wonderful treat to have you and get pumped with you right before the show starts. Man, you're such a great person to have. So we're doing another wonderful episode talking about the Ohio Hunters Association's Ohio Hunters Convention that will be in Mansfield, Ohio at the wonderful Ohio Reformatory. So I'm really excited about this. I mean, every single week, every single day, we get 1 day closer, 1 week closer, 1 month closer. Man, it's going to come. We all know. I know I'm super excited. AJ, I hope that you're super excited too. I don't know if you're excited about the show or if you're excited about the convention, but May 9th and 10th, we are going to be there. Me and Max. Max is going to be doing the presidential thing there, and I will be doing other boardly stuff. And we also have the wonderful costume ball. So I just can't wait because I heard this DJ is a really great DJ. So we've pumped him up so much. He's got to be a great DJ. He does. So Max, right now, go ahead and let us know what your updates, what your information is about this convention, because convention season has started, and here we are. We're wanting to know more about this wonderful convention that's coming back.
Yeah. Man, there's so many aspects of it. I don't know which part I should jump into first.
I can give you suggestions if you want to hear them.
Yeah. Give me a starting point so I could go from there.
Okay.
Well, let's start with the very first part of it. So we are so lucky and excited to have the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse kicking off the festivities for us on Friday, May 8th. So the show floor doesn't open until Saturday, May 9th, but Friday, the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse, a fantastic haunted attraction. I have guest acted there before, had so much fun. It is inside of this old school building that is just so creepy, um, has multiple floors. This is a very long haunted attraction. John and Flo are fantastic individuals who are, it's not always easy for a haunted attraction to open in in the middle of the year, because more often than not, you have construction going on, you've tore down scenes, you're building new scenes. So, in a way, the owners have told us that for having the convention coming and for them to open early, this is going to allow them to, kickstart and get some scenes going already, or help them decide what they're going to do with some scenes. They're going to allow their actors to have a bit more freedom to maybe try out some characters they haven't tried out before. So this is really going to be an actor-owned show. And again, we're just really lucky. So Friday, 7 to 10. Yes, 7 till 10. You should order your tickets. Go to get your tickets at MohicanHauntedSchoolhouse.com. The OhioHaunters.com website will also link you to the tickets to get you link you to the tickets so that you can purchase your tickets for Friday night to see the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse. Very excited for this show. An amazing way to start off this weekend.
I also want to add this little thing here does say that tickets are limited, so please take that in consideration.
What they're meaning is that right now they have the time slots from 7 to 10. But if a lot of tickets get purchased, or they find that they need to open up some more time slots, they're going to do it. But for right now, we're gonna keep it from 7 to 10. But you know what? If the turnout is pretty awesome, they'll open it up.
That's awesome, and I'm really, really super excited that this haunt is going to be running, and this is one of 2 haunts going to be open for this convention,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Blood Prison. The legendary Blood Prison. Now, what you guys have here is that if we're going to have the convention at the Ohio State Reformatory, then we have to have Blood Prison. Raven saying goodnight?
She is, and I keep on telling her, shh, you gotta be quiet.
Yeah. Well, hi, Raven.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
I love you.
Love you.
I love you.
Good night,
says he
beautiful
loves you.
girl.
Jenny says good night.
Okay.
Once again, when you're on a live show, you never know exactly what's going to pop in.
Nope.
But
I get it. So, again, Blood Prison. Blood Prison is housed inside of the Ohio State Reformatory. So when the show floor is actually open from 12 to 4 on Saturday, you can go through the Blood Prison. You go to the Blood Prison website to find tickets for that. So, with the haunted attractions, we're letting them handle their own ticketing. So Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse, you go to their website for tickets. The Ohio State Reformatory will also be handling the tickets for Blood Prison. When you go to OhioHaunters.com and you purchase your admission tickets, you can do the add-ons for Blood Prison there through that website. So Blood Prison, 12 to 4, Saturday. During the day, when the show floor is open, it is perfect. I don't want to jump around too much, but think of this. You show up to the Ohio State Reformatory. One, you have the vendor floor. Lots of amazing vendors, a lot of haunter vendors for you to see. And while you're doing that, you also get to do a self-guided tour through the prison. You get to see the cell blocks. You can see the chapel. You can see where the warden lived. Um, you can also they also have Shawshank Redemption memorabilia and a gift shop. So a lot of stuff open just with your ticket, where you get to come in. Your ticket gets you to the vendor floor. It gives you a free self-guided tour through the whole prison. You also get to have an opportunity, if you want to add on some classes. You can see Blood Prison on Saturday. There will be a lot of great stuff for you to do. But yes, Blood Prison, 12 to 4 on Saturday.
Okay. And what do we have Saturday evening?
Well, Saturday evening, we have the Costume Ball. The Costume Ball is going to be at the Ohio State Reformatory, and it is sponsored by Chainer's Haunted Secrets. We really appreciate you guys sponsoring this event. Thanks to their sponsorship, we were able to secure a really awesome DJ. He's going to bring some special effects, some haze, lighting, all kinds of stuff. And through the sponsorship, we're not going to have pizza. I think that's the greatest part. We're not going to have pizza. That is such a thing that oftentimes haunters will do for food and everything, is get pizza. No. Again, thank you to the sponsorship of Chainer's Haunted Secrets. We are going to actually have food. We will have pretzels with beer cheese. We will have Swedish meatballs. We are going to have pork sliders. Soft drinks will also be available. And a cash bar. There will be alcohol on site for this event. A bartender and all the work. So DJ, dancing, socializing, food, cash bar, and a costume contest. Costume contests being sponsored by Zombie Skin. So thank you, Zombie Skin, for sponsoring the costume contest. So more details are going to be coming. We invite everyone to come to the costume ball. If you are purchasing a VIP ticket, the costume ball is included. So we are excited for everybody to do that. If anyone's here who is thinking about attending the costume ball, the only real rule that we have as far as the costumes go is we do not want you to have any kind of dripping going on. So, you can have the mouth yuck and everything, but you can't have it like dripping onto the floor, onto walls, or blood, like wet blood or stuff like that. We don't want to stain the building. This is a historic building. We can party in it, we can drink in it, we can eat in it. We just can't stain it with blood or mouth yuck or that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind if you are coming, you're going to be in costume and everything. But we can't wait to see all the different costumes. Can't wait to see everybody that's going to be in there. This room that you're looking at right here, during the show floor time, it's going to serve as our education wing. We're going to have a lot of different education going on. But at night, on Saturday, that is where the costume ball is going to take place. That is a very long room. The DJ is probably going to be back on the far side, and then bartender and food are going to be closer to where this picture was taken from. And there's going to be plenty of room for dancing and everybody. It's going to look really awesome in there, especially when the sun goes all the way down. We're very excited to have this space to put on this event in such a cool, really awesome building. So like I said, I'm not trying to jump around everywhere, but this is where the education is going to be happening. Education-wise, if you go to ohiohaunters.com and under the convention tab, hit education, you will see what all the classes are going to be offered. And each class is only $10 each. And each of them are an hour and 15 minutes. So, I think a lot of education for a pretty low price. We have light, sound, and controllers for props and special effects being done by Alan Redmond. Alan Redmond, one of our friends from the Cleveland Haunt Club. We're very excited for him to be teaching the class because he, in the technical sense of everything, he knows so much, a wealth of knowledge, and he can't wait to share it. We have Q Line acting with myself and my mentor, Terry Rook. We're going to be talking about the art of acting in the queue. But this is going to be an interactive course because this last season I toured around Ohio and I went looking for amazing Q actors, and I found some, and I've invited them to come to the convention in full character to demonstrate how they act in a Q line. And we're going to be letting them loose on the participants, the guests, and we're going to, have things going on during the class. We're going to freeze them to point out different aspects of Q acting, and I think it's going to be really interactive and really fun. Harry Siebert is going to be teaching about mobile attractions to promote the season, brick and mortar attractions. He's been doing mobile attractions, pop-up attractions. Pyle knows a thing or two about pop-up attractions as well. But Harry's been doing it. And I think, this is actually a pretty fun idea. If you were trying to promote your haunt throughout the year, it would actually be very useful, for haunts to maybe get into doing pop-up attractions at events. And Harry's going to teach you how to do it. Matt Seal, he actually taught airbrushing at the first convention back in 2019. He was the highest rated instructor we had at the time, and we are so excited to have him back to go over airbrushing again. Tommy Payton doing do's and don'ts of the art of acting. You and I we've all gone through haunted attractions. We see a lot of great things. Those are the do's, and there's been a lot of things that you don't do. And he's going to spell it out for everybody. Social media basics for haunt owners is going to be taught by Matt Cole. A whole thing for haunts, whether you are a professional or even a home haunt, get your name out there. Where are things going with social media? How to use them? How to be impactful? Great way to understand the changing world of social media. And Kenneth Baker, the art of corpsing. You have to see this guy's work. Oh my goodness, it is so good. He has such great work. The corpsing, just chef's kiss. I love what he does. Amazing work, and he's going to teach you how to do what he does and make your skeletons or whatever you might have that you want to corpse look amazing. So that's kind of a rundown of the education, because we, a lot of stuff to talk about, prop controllers, makeup, acting, advertising, a lot of stuff that it can be useful to everybody in the haunted attraction industry.
So we are really excited to come back to this location. It's something that the people have asked for multiple times. Hey, when is this going to come back? When is this going to come back? So this is a convention that absolutely is brought back from the dead because of the people. And to celebrate that, don't we kind of have something that people can purchase there?
You're talking about the shirts? Oh, yeah, the shirts. So Jeffrey Roberts, our good friend who has been helping us with signage, who has been helping us with, he's making banners, he's making signs, he's going to be making the costume contest prizes. He's also making the shirts. The shirts are... there are plenty of shirts, that are able to be made, and you can pre-order your shirts and pick them up at the convention. So pre-order now. Go to ohiohunters.com, and the link to pre-order the shirts is there.
I'm really excited to see this shirt. I mean, I just thought that was a really wonderful design, and it's absolutely truthful, back from the dead, because we weren't quite sure if we were going to go ahead and be able to get this up and running, but the board and a lot of people have chimed in and gave us a little idea on this and that.
Yeah. I think that, everybody has been excited to do this, and for the coming back, the shirt is a perfect way to have a memorial for all of it. So, pre-order your shirt and let's have. You can pick it up at the convention. There will be some shirts there on sale too, but I think it's going to be cheaper to pre-order them. So make sure that you are able to pre-order the shirts and have that. Oh goodness, have that memorabilia. Is that the right word? Have that memorabilia, that memory with you. The shirt, great design. Thank you, Jeffrey Roberts, for creating that. And I'm excited to see, everybody wearing that shirt.
Will there be more vendor announcements coming?
Absolutely. So, as you might know, there's a very big trade show going on in St. Louis this coming weekend. And after that happens, we are going to be ramping up the marketing even more. That will come with vendor lists and more vendors that are coming. So there will be a list on the website. And so we've already had several announcements for vendors coming. We've had Beastcraft, Dembski Creations, Zombie Skin. So many great vendors already have signed up and are going to be a part of this. One of my favorite ones that I'm aware of, Chocolate Treasures. Oh, I love Chocolate Treasures. They make, first of all, it's chocolate and it tastes amazing. But secondly, it looks real creepy. They make creepy stuff, looks amazing, and we're excited to have them. Closed Casket Studios, we're very much looking forward to seeing them as well. So there's we're going to be we're still getting the rest of the vendor applications in and everything, and we're going to be posting more of those soon, and the list will be on the website.
One of the biggest things I've been asked multiple times is, can you get the list out? And I have told people, yes, we're going to get a list out. And the reason that people are thinking about getting the list out so much is because there are people around here that don't go to other conventions and they want to see who's coming to this one. That way they can possibly contact them and order something and see if they'll bring it to the convention. Mm-hmm. That's something that always gets worked out between the vendors and the people. But if they're coming to town and you can pick it up, I know that's the reason that a lot of people has been asking for that list, and I can't wait to see this full list when it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I get it, yeah. But that's the best part about being in Ohio is that a lot of these vendors. Most of these vendors are going to be Ohio based. And so it just makes sense, for them to be showing at this show. And not only can you see what they bring to the show, but maybe make a contact for future orders and everything going forward. And they're going to be a lot closer for us great Ohio folks than, people out of Florida that have to order these things, So we're excited for the vendors. They're going to be I can give a little bit of vendor information real quick. As far as if you're a vendor, some information for you. Vendor load-in is going to be starting at 4 p.m. on Friday. That's when we'll do vendor load-ins at the Reformatory. And we're also going to be doing some vendor load-in early Saturday morning from 7 to 10. It's preferred to do it Friday, because there's going to be a lot of hustle and bustle Saturday morning. But we will have some Saturday morning available times for vendor load-in. But definitely after 4 p.m. on Friday night will be some vendor load-ins. We're excited for the vendors to come in. We are going to have a lot of volunteers. Oh, my goodness. We had so many volunteers sign up. And we're going to have volunteers there to help vendors bring all their stuff in. You're not carrying things by your own. We got people that are going to help you.
Now, one thing I will say is these are volunteers, absolutely, that want to help and this and that. which is one of the greatest things because you're not getting charged at this convention to get your stuff wheeled around and have people help you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So thankful to our volunteers, so thankful to our vendors, and we're really hoping that they have a great experience, and we want our attendees to have a great experience at this event coming back to life at the legendary Ohio State Reformatory. Ohio is such a great state for haunting. I got to witness so many of them this last haunt season, so I'm just excited for everybody to come and see the great stuff that goes on.
So this is a picture of where the show floor is going to be. So Max, is there any electric or any air that's available?
When we talked about this convention back in 2019, one of the most shocking things I think I found out was that I don't know why I didn't know who thought to do this, but if you start all the way down on the far side and you start counting in, every fourth cell has electric. Every fourth. I don't actually know the exact number of cells going down that wing, but every fourth cell has electric. So vendors are going to have electricity available to them if needed. There's even air hookups if needed. If a vendor wanted an air hookup, that could be arranged too. But yeah, pretty much underneath this overhang, that's where the vendors are going to be having their tables. They have access to the space in front, and they also have use of the cell behind their booth. They can use that to show off their wares if they wanted, or they could use it for storage. Yeah, it's your choice. However you want to use your space, go ahead. So we advertise the booth space, I think, being 10 by 8, but in reality, with the storage or the use of the cells, it's more than that.
That's so true. So I remember back when we had the convention the first time, and there was an entire amount of people, and it was kind of cramped to get through. But that's a good thing and a bad thing, and we totally understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But that means that people want to come see this. So if you're a vendor and you're thinking about this, is that something a vendor would want to hear? Is, hey, there was so many people in the first time that we did this, that it was kind of, in some parts, kind of hard to move.
Well, yeah, I mean, vendors want potential customers to come in. They want customers, and there was definitely times where people had to kind of squeak by there. I know that we're trying to make sure that there has to be enough space between the vendor and the other wall for fire safety purposes. Exits have to be available and everything like that. But yeah, the customers are going to be there. They're going to be walking through. They're going to be checking out your stuff, and hopefully they make a few laps around that prison cell, because there's this side, and then there's also the other side of the cell block that we're going to have vendors in. And if the number of vendors exceeds what we can do in there, we have a whole other wing that we can expand to with the prison, because there's an east cell block and a west cell block. If we fill up the east, we'll just move into the west.
Now, last time I looked at our little number that keeps on running up, I know it's pretty early in the season, but there was over 140 different haunted houses here in the Ohio area.
Mm.
Max, for people that's not from this neck of the woods, how hard is it to get to the Ohio Reformatory?
How hard?
How hard is it?
I don't think it's hard at all. I mean, it's pretty much right off of Interstate 30. Well, not interstate. What do you call that?
U.S. Route 30.
U.S. Route 30. I mean, it's right off of Route 30. It's not hard to get to at all.
I mean, you can actually see the reformatory from U.S. 30.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming from Cleveland, you go south on 71 and then on to 30, and then there's the reformatory. And if you're coming from Columbus, up 71, Cincinnati, up 71, Dayton, over 70, up 71, Toledo, I don't know, might be a funky way of getting there. Go south, go get to 30, somehow get to 30, and then get over to Mansfield.
So if you're coming from Dayton, my suggestion is going up I-75 to 30, not to keep on trapping.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I'm going to say because of traffic, and it's not
disagree.
as bad with Columbus.
I know. I disagree because you have 70 to 271 to 71, and I think that you don't have to go through Columbus. You can go the bypass. If you want, or actually you could go 670 to 71, and I think that's fine. But if you want to go up 75 and go over on 30, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, as a person that's a truck driver,
and Toledo people, you can go south on 75 and then east on 30. Yeah, this is two guys talking about a map and everything, and everybody, people who don't have a map in their head is like, what?
Right. And the thing is, there's a thing called GPS, and GPS will tell you how to get there. Max, is there parking?
Plenty of parking.
Okay. Is it on the grounds? Is it a parking garage?
Parking's on the grounds, yes. So there's a concrete lot for parking. If the concrete lot fills, they have a lot that's more gravel right next to it. So you just kind of walk. There'll be plenty of parking. And if you ever look up the Ohio State Reformatory, and honestly, Jenny, I should have sent you a photo. People are going to be like, where do I walk in? You walk in right in the front. Right in the front is where you go for the reformatory. There will be signage, easy peasy, that shows you the way, where to go. And we'll have signage inside of the reformatory as well. That shows you where to go because you go up the stairs and you go down the elevator to get to the show floor. But there's also Central Guard. There's also the area for the Ohio Honors Association members. There's also the classes area up there. I probably said that. Also, the reformatory is handicap accessible. To be perfectly clear, the Blood Prison Haunted attraction is not handicap accessible. It involves stairs. However, the building to get to the show floor and get to the class area is accessible. They do have a lift on the outside, and they have another lift to get you where you have to go. And the instructions are also on the website, ohiohonors.com.
Right. Right here is a wonderful picture. Off to the right of your screen is going to be the first part of the parking.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another question, Max. I'm hungry.
Oh, yes. Well, for food, there is going to be 2 food trucks there. These food trucks are there during the regular haunt season. They work with the reformatory really well.
And Max is muted. Yeah, you're definitely there. You go.
Am I heard now?
You're heard now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, there's going to be food trucks. So for food, there's food trucks. There's also vending machines outside of the show floor. So there's vending machines, but there will be food trucks for you to get something to eat as well, because we're hoping you spend a long time here at this building. Honestly, you should be there a long time to see all the vendors, to walk through the whole reformatory, check out the historic building, get some food, go see the vendor some more, go see Blood Prison, go home and change, or go to your hotel and change, and then come back for the costume ball Saturday.
You brought it up, so I'm going to ask this next question, unless Jenny wants to jump in on that question.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Max, you said something about me going back to my hotel. Are there hotels near this place?
Yes, there's hotels. We've listed a couple of them on the website. So if you go to ohiohonors.com, go under the convention tab, there it says travel. There's hotels listed there that is one is 2 miles away, and then there's another one that's 4 miles away. There's also other motel options and everything. So yes, there is hotels nearby. There should be plenty of hotel lodging for everybody that wants to come and spend the night.
Also, there are Airbnbs.
Where do people go?
Where do people go? OhioHonors.com.
Sorry, there was a break there, so I was jumping in.
Oh, okay.
No, I was asking, where do people go to take a rest? Oh, I'm trying to send everybody to Ohio. Do you have any idea how many of my family members just end up in Ohio for no reason? And then I hear tells about it. But that's beside the point. If people decide they want to break from the people, is there a place to sit and rest or a place to sit and eat while you're at the place?
So inside the reformatory, at the bottom of the elevator, there is a seating area that has tables, so you can sit and rest. Outside, there are benches for you to sit. They also have like porch chairs all throughout around the reformatory, so there's seating around there. If you are an Ohio Honors Association member, we'll have a private area just for you guys with seating, light snacks, water. That's a perk for our Ohio Honors members. Thank you so much for being paid members. We're going to have a special area just for you guys. And that should be a nice chill area for you to relax. But outside of that, there will be benches and tables throughout the building at the bottom of the elevator and outside.
That's awesome. That's a lot of things going on at this wonderful convention. And hey, Max, it says that the tickets are available now.
Yes. If you go to ohiohonors.com, if you're on the page for about 5 seconds, a ticket link will automatically pop up. You can follow that link if you want to get general admission or if you want to get VIP. General admission gets you into the show floor and gets you a free self-guided tour through the reformatory. VIP gets you into the show floor. It also gets you the free self-guided tour for the convention. It also gets you access to the costume ball, and you can attend all the classes. So you get all the classes, the costume ball, and the show floor, and the self-guided tour.
It's pretty awesome. One thing I just want to point out, if you are typing in ohiohunters.com, please do not let your computer autocorrect you. Yes, there is a in Hunters because for some reason Ohio Hunters has popped up on my screen multiple times because it has autocorrected and got rid of the A.
Yeah. You know what? We as hunters have unfortunately been crossed over with hunters, and also people, tend to think that we're also about the paranormal. The Ohio Hunters Association exists to strengthen the haunted attraction community in Ohio. That's not necessarily geared towards the paranormal folks. Nothing wrong with the paranormal folks. Matter of fact, the Ohio State Reformatory is a very famous destination for places like ghost hunts and paranormal investigations. But this convention is geared towards the haunted attraction industry. So, whether it's haunters or paranormals or hunters, we are the Ohio Haunters Association, haunted attractions.
So since we brought this up, I'm going to bring this picture back up because we love this picture. In this picture, on the floor between the first column in front of you and the second column, off to the right a little bit, you can clearly see that there's a reflection of a figure. And I told Max as I blew this up, I said, dude, look at that. Look at that. What he didn't know is I actually took a picture of him as he was going past one of the poles. And he really was looking for some spirit. But you can actually see Max's reflection on the floor there. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, my little shot, and I'm wearing the same shirt that day. I swear, I've laundered it, but yeah. I'm going to be upfront. This is going to sound weird. From 2019, we had a bunch of vendors, and we asked one of them to come back for this show, and they said no. And the reason they said no was because that building, the reformatory, freaked them out too much. Okay, if that's the case, we don't want you to vend. It's a creepy building. We're creepy people.
Well,
awesome.
We do want you to vend, but we understand the reason that you are not coming.
The building is too much. I mean, look, the building is intense, but that's what makes it perfect for an event like this. I mean, like you saw the picture of the, I don't know if you can pull up that picture again. Yeah, right there. This is a creepy building. And imagine tables all along here in front of this creepy building, creepy cell block, and inside the cell block and inside the cells, Halloween related, haunted attraction related objects and things. So creepy, so cool. Love it. I'm so excited to have this event here again. This is the perfect building for an event like this to happen, and we are hoping that you guys are as excited as we are to have it.
Once again, this is it's not once in a lifetime. We hope, but what I'm saying is this is a design of a building that is one of a kind. To have a convention inside of this is absolutely amazing. We're really glad that we had the opportunity to work with everybody. I mean, once again, you're going to be able to go Friday night to Mohican. Then you can go and get into the convention and actually see Blood Prison.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can get your wonderful shirt. And Saturday, you can go and go to the costume ball. That's right there. And without a doubt, like we've said multiple times, we are using different areas of this building. That way we can do classes and the costume ball, and there's going to be food and everything. That one of the concerns that was brought up was, can we get some extra bathrooms? And we heard,
yes.
And we wanted to make sure that not only do we have the bathrooms inside the building, we have extra porta johns outside. That way everybody gets a chance to feel the relief.
Yes. There will be extra porta johns so that, everything's taken care of. I know that the women's restroom last time was a little bit backed up. It won't be this time. There'll be plenty of restrooms. I mean, and because we're renting porta johns to be there for that weekend. So they'll be fresh, they'll be clean. And yeah, so we'll have that aspect taken care of too.
So as you're coming up to this building, just looking at this building, it grabs your attention. It demands your attention. You will be coming around, and you will be entering right into the center and going up the steps right into the center. Once again, There is a handicap way to get into this building, because if you're handicapped, then steps are not going to be your friends, and we understand. But this is something that a lot of people have asked about, a lot of people have talked to us about, and we hear you, and we are worked on many different things. Max, is there anything else you think that you want to add on to this? Because honestly,
Like I said, it's just hard to think of all of it at once. You kind of have to always break it down. But Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse Friday, show floor Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, Blood Prison 12 to 4, costume ball Saturday night 7 to 11. Sunday, show floors open again at 11. For those of you that have stuck around this long and you are interested in maybe a little extra Easter egg thing, the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse is currently considering a private behind-the-scenes tour at the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse. That would happen Sunday after the show floor closes. So, if you wanted to wrap up the weekend in an in-depth view of the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse, where you can see everything, take a private tour there, they're open to that idea. So if you are interested in that, I would message the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse page, whether that's Facebook, or go to their website and contact them. They're looking for maybe about 12 people for a tour. So if you're interested in something like that, contact the Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse. So that's a possibility as well.
That's one of the coolest things. Man, I don't have enough time in my. I'm going to be busy because I'm on the board with this.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to, I am going to be dragging myself to get my equipment out of there and heading home, and not regretting my decisions, just really thinking of how I could have maintained myself a little better. And when you're doing a convention like this and you're putting it on and you're seeing all the happy people, and that's what we want. We want happy guests. We want happy people. We want to hear the feedback from the people, because that is one of the biggest things that we could possibly get is feedback.
So please attend, and then let us know afterwards what can be approved, what would you like to see different. And we can't wait to celebrate Ohio haunting with all of you.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things right there. Friday, do you have any questions? Or I know I know you can't attend, but I'm sure you would love to know information.
Oh, dude, if I could find the way, I am trying to find a way, but I haven't found it yet. But I really want to go. That'd be the best Mother's Day gift ever to you guys. But is the itinerary still in changing so much that it's not up on the site, or can we find a list on the site?
So the itinerary is being wrapped up, and you should be on the site shortly. Pretty much, we're kind of talking about all this, getting people a chance to hear what's going to happen, and then once this weekend is done, and everybody kind of settles down from their trip to St. Louis, it's going to be all about Ohio. So vendor lists, itinerary lists, and all that will be coming very shortly.
Max, you brought something else up, and well, actually, Friday brought this up. Max, just to give everybody a heads up, what is that weekend?
May 9th and 10th.
Yeah, what's on the 10th?
Oh, Mother's Day.
So we are understanding that this is Mother's Day weekend, but it has been brought to my attention by multiple haunters that this is going to be one of the greatest Mother's Days, because the haunt mothers can't wait for this convention because they are looking at their children, looking at their husbands, and saying, buy me the ticket. And we absolutely love the idea that we're getting support by the mothers to be here and enjoying this, because if you're a haunter and you're a mother, where else are you going to spend a haunt Mother's Day like this?
Yes. Come celebrate Mother's Day with us. We want all the mummies.
The mummies. What a cheese work right there. But that's one of the biggest things, you know, when we were getting the date, and this is the date that was open, we were really trying to work around a lot of different factors, and we didn't know what the feedback was going to be. And there has been a lot of feedback about, I'm a haunter and I'm a mother, so this is going to be one of the best haunt moms presents. And we think that that's great. The night before Mother's Day, we have the costume ball, which is absolutely amazing. So get your tickets for that. We are very glad that we could sponsor that. But when it comes down to the convention, this is a convention that you're not going to see in a building that was put up for conventions. This is not a convention center, but this building is historical. It is absolutely wonderful. First time I went to the convention and I went through this building, it was amazing, and I couldn't wait to get back to it. Unfortunately, the first year I could only go one day, and I wish I would have went for the second day. But hey, you guys have the opportunity. It's 2 days. Once again, we're going to be we're hoping to do more shows coming up to this. But we do have some guests that are coming down our schedule. But we do want to remind everybody, this is May 9th and 10th. It is March right now. We are tapping at the back of March. You've got April. So if you don't have your money to go ahead and buy your tickets, go ahead and ask your grandpa to see if you can do a paper run somewhere. And go get your tickets as soon as you can, because we would love to see you. Max, is there anything else that you would want to tell about this, or OHA?
The only last thing is that we do have plans for a kids costume contest. When exactly that's going to be hasn't exactly been specified, but we're going to be getting that together. So we wanted to have a kids costume contest, because the costume ball in the evening is not really geared towards kids, but we're kind of so we wanted a chance for, if the younger ones wanted to participate in the costume contest, they could do that. I think we're looking at Saturday for that as well. So that will be coming up. Also, for the costume ball, I forgot to mention this earlier, and I so apologize. We're going to be having a freak show go on. We're going to have some performers in there. They're going to be roaming around the costume ball, and then they're going to get a 15-minute show in the middle of the costume ball for them to do a little performance for everybody. And so we're really excited for a freak show in the middle of the costume ball. And that will probably lead into the costume contest at the costume ball. So it's just, like I said, when you think of all of it together, there's just this after this after this, and there's so many moving parts, but so much great stuff to look forward to.
I want to point out, when he says that there is a freak show, it is not me coming in a baby diaper. I'm just pointing that out right now. No one wants to see that. But this actress that we do have, these actors are really amazing.
Yes. they're good folk, and they're great performers. They do a lot of circus stuff. They do a lot of circus acts, but they are coming to do a freak show act specifically for our costume ball. So
All right. So, Max, is there anything else you could really think of?
not right now. Just please go to ohiohaunters.com. That's where you will find the links for everything. The shirt orders, the tickets, the haunt purchases, add-ons, Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse, and Blood Prison. So, go to ohiohaunters.com and check that out. We're very excited for this show. And consider becoming a member of the Ohio Haunters Association. Continuing education is going to happen on some Zoom sessions on there, as well as access to more resources. If you are a haunt owner, please go to ohiohaunters.com and claim your listing for your haunt in Ohio. So a lot of stuff going on with the association. The most upcoming one is the convention. We're excited to see everyone, and we're excited to continue to strengthen the haunt culture in Ohio.
So before
And
we
you
go
can
and we
find
get
that link.
ahead.
You can find the link where the links go. I have made it very easy. Just click. Now you can continue.
So Max, something that we've done at different conventions, different things, and that's with the Ohio Haunters Association. I really think it's something that we need to think about right now. Is there a possibility that we can get 2 maps? One map, well, actually 3 maps. One map of the state of Ohio, one map of the United States, and then one map of the world, because we have found out in the past people come from around the world for these conventions. So, and you just might be in town at the reformatory, and the convention is going on.
We could do that. Yeah, we've done it. We did it at when we had a booth before. We did it there. We could do it again. Sure.
Yeah, I think it would be wonderful, and then I could take one red pen and put it in with the green pens and watch the mayhem happen, because there is a person that has to have every color in their own spot.
I think there's a bit of Schadenfreude going on with you right there, bud. But yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a great idea to at least get the 2 maps of one of Ohio, one of the United States. If we can get the world map, that would be awesome too, to be able to go ahead and do that.
That's awesome. I think it's a great idea.
Is there anything else that we got going on with this convention?
Not that I can think of at the moment, but keep up to date. Follow the Facebook page, Ohio Honors Convention, for the most up-to-date information, and the website, ohiohonors.com.
Okay. Well, we thank you very much, Max, for coming and doing this wonderful show with us. Friday, do we have anything else going on right now?
2 seconds. Our next episode, we will have Matt Brill on, and if you do want to talk about the paranormal, that's where you go to Corpse Garden Chronicles. We'll talk about the paranormal with you all day long, but if you want to talk about haunted attractions and haunters, always come here. You'll find some of the best people, and we're trying to find more and learn more. And Kyle will have to tell you who Matt Brill is, because I'm lost.
So this is a wonderful gentleman from the Chicago area. He was actually a person that did for a year or 2 years haunting with friends, and I was on his show, and I told him no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He's got to come and hang out with us, and he is very, very excited to do so. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The next one is with him. And then I am also working on another one because, that's awesome. So our wonderful guests are going to keep on coming. And the thing is, if you've not been on the show, we would love to talk to you, do an interview with you. So Chainer's Haunted Secrets is always looking for people in the haunted house industry. Even this goofy guy right here that's got a smile that keeps on going, and he's been on the show for twice. So just absolutely let us know that you want to be on the show. We'll be more than happy to talk to your haunt, talk about everything in the haunted house industry. I am not against having vendors on the show because we've had vendors. So if there's ever any vendors that kind of want to talk about what they do, let's go ahead and have a chit chat. So Max, once again, I want to thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to talk to you. Friday, if we don't have anything else, we can go and do our wonderful commercials, and then we'll go ahead and run that beautiful bean footage that we call the closing.
Thank you all for asking.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductopus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Reductopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.